Hi, this is David Reepstein of S3 Living, Strategic Senior Solutions, and you are tuned into episode 4 of Senior Living Explained. Today we're going to talk about the lesser known truths of 55 plus communities. We have 4 or 5 topics that I want to cover, and we'll get right into it. Did you know that when you move, first thing I want to talk to you about is that when you move to a 55 plus community, you don't actually have to be 55 years old. In fact, it's one of the few places that the government is allowed to discriminate against younger people. Discriminate might be a strong word in that case, but if you are not 55, the government restriction allows you to move in as long as you are in the small minority of people who live in the community. What sets the 55 plus community apart more specifically is really the second thing that you have to know about. It's the homeowners association. So a homeowners association in a 55 plus community can be very strict or can be very lenient, but it's the homeowners association that gives the community its sense of feel, its sense of being. When you are living in a community with an HOA at a 55 plus community, you have maintenance-free living, you have your lawn taken care of, you have snow removal taken care of. In bigger communities, there are activities that are planned for by the community where there's an activity director, and that person's job and the facilitation of those activities all comes under the HOA, the Homeowners Association. Now, sometimes the Homeowners Association can be very strict, and if you are a person who likes to follow the rules, those communities that have strict HOAs might be perfect for you. But if you're a person who doesn't like to follow the rules, you want to find a community that doesn't necessarily enforce the strict HOA rules. For example, you could have a community that doesn't allow you to park in certain places at the community, and if that's really going to bother you, maybe you want to find a different type of community. The other thing that people might not understand about a 55 plus community is that they are not retirement communities. A retirement community really implies that there is health care tied to the community. While the HOA will provide a lot of benefits to being a part of the community, they're not going to necessarily include any health care benefits. If you are at a 55 plus community and you need higher levels of care, it's going to be on you or your family member to make arrangements for that care, as opposed to living at a continuing care retirement community where the community itself will assess whether that care is needed and really provide for it along the continuum of care. The last thing I want to mention about 55 plus communities and the lesser known facts are that there are many, many different types of 55 plus communities in the sense of all the different variables that they may offer. As you drive by the 55 community in your neighborhood, you might think that all of them are like that, and that might not be the case. So some of the different factors there are 55 plus communities that are rental. Most of them are purchase, where you're buying into the community, but there are a lot of 55 plus communities that are rental. There are some communities that have loads of activities where there's 2 or 3 things going on a day, 5 or 6 things going on a day, clubs, sports activities, and then there are some communities that have no activities at all. There are some communities that have just single-family residents, or some communities have single-family residents and condos, or townhouses and condos, or a lot of different variations of that theme. And then there's also these communities that are extremely large, where there's 400, 500, 600 homes in a given community. And then there's communities that are even really small, that are 20 to 30 different homes. And so the takeaway should be that there are lots of different options. It's not just the one 55 plus community that you might recognize as you drive by in your neighborhood. There are many different options, so you should consider as many types as there are. There's probably one that would fit your needs. So thank you for watching today's video of Senior Living Explained, and please share and like the video. Leave a comment in the comment section and subscribe as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.